All right, we're live.
Hey everyone, welcome to Hot Seat. Let me play the intro first and then we'll get into more details. I don't think there's audio.
Don't hear anything.
There is audio. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Technical difficulties are not a terrible thing all the time. It teaches us for next time. I hope everyone's doing well. I wanted to welcome my co-host, Kevin Diaz, and then our contestant for the day, Nick.
Hello.
Guys.
How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Good. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to send you a link of something.
Right.
I'd like you to open it. It's going to be, I'll send it to you on Discord.
Okay.
But while I get that ready, can you tell us a little bit? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me explain what Hot Seat is to everybody. So Hot Seat is basically, I know that everybody comes here for learning, but Hot Seat is more like help me with the words. It's a test. It's not like it's not for like everyone to jump up and ask questions. So we're going to test Nick on a bunch of things, kind of like he's in a real interview, kind of like he's never met us before. We're going to do both technical and also soft skills. So a little bit of everything. Nick is allowed to ask his lifelines for help. His lifelines is anyone on Zoom. So let me go ahead and share the link with him. Nick, while I do that, could you please tell us about yourself?
Yes, I'm a field technician for a telecom company or a contracting gig. So what I do out in the field is basically running cables like Cat 5, Cat 6, fiber optics, single mode. Basically, I've worked on data centers, connecting Cisco switches, routers, access points, pretty much giving just getting the workstation such, giving a connectivity, but not much configuration.
Okay.
Just the physical part. Yeah.
Why are you looking to leave your current job?
I mean, I want to grow and learn more. I was just always fascinated about the whole network, just the field of IT, and it's just so broad, and I just can't stick with cabling in one spot. I just want to learn more about it. I just see it as like a huge puzzle that I want to solve. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Could you go ahead and make sure you don't have anything personal on your screen?
Yeah.
Open the link that I sent you and share screen, please. Oh, also you can optimize the screen from the. I think you've been on the system before, right? Where it says connect at the top.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Settings. 16.
Oh wait, I don't know if I gave you to share screen. Hold on.
Do I need
Yeah. Wait.
Okay.
Try now.
How's that?
Perfect.
Okay.
Can everyone see the screen all right? Okay. Okay. So what I would like you to do is, by the way, Diaz, feel free to jump in. But if you could briefly explain why you're picking the thing that the answer that you're picking. You don't have to do it for every question, but we might throw in like a few of the
All right.
a few of them, and then I also have other tasks for you.
Okay.
So you may start.
And for this, you can explain your answers out loud. That way,
Yeah.
we're not just sitting here watching you take a test.
Yeah, you know how we do it when we're on KevTech's channel, and like we kind of discuss like, oh, dot whatever is because this and that.
We can have a discussion then.
No, you're gonna have a discussion with yourself out loud. Someone is asking, can we answer these two in the chat, or is it just Nick? So you can answer in the chat after Nick has answered. Nick, you don't have any chats open, do you? Like not the YouTube or anything like that?
No, not YouTube, and I just exit out the chat on Zoom.
Okay, cool.
So really quick, can you close Discord or stuff so you don't get
Oh yeah,
notifications?
please.
Oh yeah, it's done.
Okay, and we're ready when you are.
All right.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Would you like to read out the questions, or do you want me to read them out?
Yeah, you can read them out.
Okay. So the first question is, which of the following file extensions does not denote an executable file? ... .cmd, .bat, BAT, .vbs.
Okay. Now, I'm not really familiar with all of these, but this one right here, I never seen this file before, and wouldn't this be command prompt?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna go for that.
Which of the system file extensions is used to represent an error message? .msi, .msg, .ddl, .bak.
Is this where I could call a lifeline?
Okay.
You're free to do so, but try answering it first. See,
Yeah.
maybe go down the list. Try to, see what each thing is.
See what you know, like a process of elimination type thing.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, I'm not familiar with these extensions right here. Although I've seen one of them looks familiar, but I don't know too much about these extensions.
Okay. If you're not comfortable, then yeah, you can absolutely just ask the lifeline. Lifelines? Can anyone hop on the microphone and help Nick?
Hi, Nick. This is Rohit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like for the option for this one is .bak, because whenever I get an error message, mostly I saw an extension file as .bak, and coming for the first three options, .ddl about is not as dynamic. I forgot the full name of the extension name, but the remaining two is like we generally kind of seen like in some of the for directories in the local disk. So .bak is like the dialog box would mainly appear for any appearance for error message, or sometimes even for like if you're pressing like a Control Alt or Shift keyboard like more than 3 times, like the Shift keys. So my option will be like .bak.
Okay.
Does anyone have any other input to add to that?
Once.
Go ahead, Nick. Which of the following file extensions is not an application file? .ps1, .ppt, .xls, .doc.
I'm gonna go with .ps1 because PPT, that's PowerPoint, XLS for BXL, and doc would be for words.
Are you familiar with what PS1 is for?
No, I am not.
All right, it's for PowerShell.
But process of elimination.
It's for PowerShell?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The boot mode, which loads a minimal set of drivers and services, is called registry correction, safe mode, full system boot, BIOS boot.
I'm gonna go with safe mode. Because well, with safe mode, it goes with the minimum. Registry correction sounds like it would go in deeper, and you had to do more stuff. Full system boot, that sounds like it's just a normal boot. BIOS boots just before you even get to the operating system, per se. It'll probably be at like after post power on self test. So I'm gonna go with safe mode.
If an error occurred during a driver update, what action would you take to get the device working? Download a new driver, select the driver rollback option, boot into safe mode, none of these.
I would roll this back. Because to download a new driver, I think it's already an issue due to an update. Boot into safe mode is just doesn't really have anything to do with it. And well, this is obviously not touching anything.
Do you know what rollback does?
Basically, it goes to the previous version.
Okay. Which of the following servers is responsible for providing IP addresses to clients on the network? DNS server, DHCP server, proxy server, file server.
DNS server is like a phone book. So computers understands from IP address, which is on numbers, as opposed to humans. For example, if we type in google.com, we're not gonna go with the actual address because it's just too many numbers. Proxy server, I believe that's more, I want to say like security, like, and file server is for, obtaining files. DHCP, which is a dynamic host configuration protocol, and provides like automatic IP addresses. It's like you're leasing an IP address.
Okay. When would you use what's the opposite of DHCP?
Oh, that'll be static IP, where
Okay,
you configure it.
When would you do, like, what would you use a static IP address for?
I guess for a permanent address on the workstation or just any end devices.
On a workstation?
On
What
any
kind of devices would you use like a static IP address on?
Would use it on a laptop or a printer.
Static?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask one more thing before you click to the next one?
Yeah.
With the DHCP server, what's the process that it goes through when you plug in the network cable and it talks back to the switch? What is that process called when the client receives an IP address?
Would that be a three-way handshake?
No.
Okay.
It does something to negotiate an IP address with the actual switch or with the DHCP server itself.
Would you like to ask a lifeline?
Lifeline, can I get a help?
Can someone come up on, Stephen, can you repeat your answer? Just raise your voice a little bit.
Sure.
I mean, your question.
Oh, yes. When the client talks back to the DHCP server to get that IP address, it does a process. What is that process called? What is the DHCP server and the client, when they're talking, it's a process, it's called something. What is it called? It's 4 steps.
Yeah, 4 letters.
She is
I think it's called
she's some explorer in the world.
I think it's called DORA, discovery, offer, request, approval, or something like that.
You're close.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledge. There you go.
Acknowledge.
Give that man a gold star.
Oh man.
Nice job.
Hey,
Fantastic.
thanks for that. Appreciate that.
Nice
No
job.
problem.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Laura, that's a good one.
Blank, also called technical support specialist, IT support tech, user support tech, desktop support tech, analyze, troubleshoot, and evaluate computer network problems at a basic level. Choose your answer based on how employers give titles based on skills. The options are system administrator, help desk, IT manager, or IT director.
Go through that again. That'll be help desk.
Okay.
If it's for system administrator, I would feel like the admin would have, well, wouldn't deal with the basic level. I wouldn't, that person would probably have more responsibility to take on. IT manager manages the IT. I guess IT director would oversee the whole infrastructure, and then you have your help desk. Which are like these guys.
Servers provide a number of services to a network. The server used to deliver internet sites is the blank. Options are print server, file server, web server.
It's a print server. It's a web server.
Can you name a few web servers or at least one?
Like what we use every day. Can I buy a vowel?
Well, there's a few of them that you can choose from.
Mm-hmm.
There's one of them that starts with an I.
Starts with an I. Lifeline?
With another die. And then it starts with another I.
Okay. Oh. But no, not actually. Lifeline?
Then it ends in an S.
Internet Explorer? Or no? Okay.
No. But remember, it's web server.
It's actually Microsoft's version. IIS. What does IIS stand for in Microsoft world? Their web server. Internet.
Yeah.
And what is the other? And what do you think the I stands for?
The internet something service server.
Information server.
Okay.
I think another one, Kev, would be like Apache.
Apache, Nginx.
That's-
Yeah, there's a few.
Apache, huh? Okay.
A network technician uses Remote Desktop Protocol, RDP client on their Windows OS to remotely troubleshoot a problem on another Windows machine. Which of the following ports needs to be opened for the built-in Windows RDP server to allow this type of network connection? TCP, 3389, UDP 123, UDP 161.
I'm not familiar with the UDP ports, but I know it's TCP 3389.
Can you also tell me the difference between TCP and UDP?
TCP is like, that's where it comes with the three-way handshake. It's more reliable as opposed as UDP, where it's like they just send a message. It doesn't matter if the recipient is receiving all the data, as long as just the data is just going across.
Good answer.
And with that answer you just gave, how about a VoIP telephone? Would that use UDP or TCP? In voice?
UDP.
Very
I would say UDP because TCP would make it slower.
Very good.
Thank you.
The File Transfer Protocol, FTP, control connection for administrating a session is established through UDP port 20, TCP port 21, TCP port 20.
Forgot this one. I want to say TCP port 21, but to double check, can I get a lifeline?
Yeah, I believe so. It's TCP port 21, and port 20 was for, I can't remember clearly, but I'm pretty sure it's port 21, TCP port 21 for control session.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, Diaz, do you want to switch to, do you want to take a break from this one and switch to the tickets?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Nick, do you still have access to your SpiceWorks that I added you to a long time ago?
Yeah, I do. I just gotta look.
Do you want to stop sharing your screen and like log into that? And then
Okay.
I'm going to send you an email and a password for you to log into. Sorry,
Okay.
before you stop sharing your screen.
All right.
Do you know anything about Office 365 or Microsoft 365?
Yeah, I have basic knowledge about it. Yeah.
Because it's on your resume in core strength, so that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I'm familiar with a bit of user management.
Okay. What website would you go to the admin
Be
side?
portal.office.com.
All right, go ahead and put that in, and then you can stop sharing your screen, and I'm going to send you. No, wait, don't leave this one. Open a new one.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Don't
Open
leave
it.
this one. No. Yeah. You can stop sharing your screen. I'm going to send you some login information.
All right.
And then if you can also sign into the SpiceWorks. If you don't have the SpiceWorks one, I can share it from my screen and then show you the tickets, and we can do it that way.
Okay.
But if you can, that would be great. While Nick is doing that, I'm gonna say a little thing on here, I guess. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not Danish. He's very good at this. I'm not that great at this. But I wanted to let you guys know that if you want to be a part of the hot seat, please join Danish's Discord. I will link it in the YouTube chat. There's a section, there's a channel on his Discord server that is called Hot Seat. So all you would have to do is go on there and go ahead and volunteer to be on the hot seat next. It's a great experience, especially for people who are interviewing and want to get a job. I know that Nick is in the process of interviewing, and so I think it was a great thing for him to, like, you know, sit here and do this in front of all of us. By the way, it looks a lot easier than it actually feels, because I've been in the hot seat and oh my God, I like bombed the whole thing.
Yeah, a lot of eyes.
I was so anxious. Yeah, it's a lot of eyes, and it's like really difficult to. So yeah, actually, DS, do you mind sharing the Discord link? Sorry, thank you. I love you. Okay.
The YouTube chat?
Yes, please. Nick, do you want to share? Are you ready to share your screen?
Yeah, I am. All right, give me a sec. All right.
Okay. So could you do me a favor and go to the ticketing system first? I think there are 2 tickets. I didn't assign them to you, but because I didn't want you to see them beforehand. But they're the first, they should be the top 2.
Okay.
Can you, nope. 49, can you start with that one, please?
Okay.
Could you please read it out? I really need to find my glasses.
Okay. Create new user, create new 365 user. Hello, please create a new 365 user with the following credentials. Employee name, Karen the Great. Display name, Great K. Should I read that one out? Oh, whatever. Password, helpline 22. Yeah. Then please do not give this user any product licenses, and go ahead and give her user admin rights.
All right, can you show me how you would create a new user on 365, please?
Yes.
You want to say the steps out loud so people can hear you?
Oh, sure. Let me go back out real quick. So I would go to this admin button. And on to the left pane, click on users. Let's see. All right, you guys gonna have to bear with me. I'll check active. And then click add user. Then we type in their information. Let's decide real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna put the employee's name. Name's Karen. The Great. And it says right here, display name. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't put a username in. Could you use the same one for the username? Great, okay.
Sure. Great, okay. And then you have an option where either it's automatically generated password, or you could create it yourself. In this case, we're going to create it ourselves. And let's see if require user to change the password.
Don't require
user
to, since
okay.
This is, yeah, no, you can take that off.
Gotcha. Type this in. Yeah, type in exactly how it's requested.
It says it in the ticket, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hit next.
What does that send? Sorry, could you go back real quick?
Sure.
No, don't hit it from there. Oh. It's fine. Go ahead. You're gonna have to re-enter everything.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I was going to ask you, what does send password in email upon completion mean? It's great, Karen.
Oh, send password.
Oh, sorry, great, K.
That would be.
Do you know what that means?
So it would send, the user would get their password.
Who's going to get the password? The user?
That's right. Yeah, the user will get it.
So the account that you're creating is going to get their password in the email?
Oh wait, no, sorry. That wouldn't make sense. I would be getting it, the creator. Oh, should I just click that? Click next.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. So it says, did not give user any product licenses. We're just gonna make her, pretty much make her an admin. Okay. Let's check this real quick.
Oh,
No.
so that's not going to work because there's something wrong with the
Okay.
description. Sorry.
So
We're
we'll go with
we're a little bit wonky.
It's
Just a
alright.
tiny bit wonky.
Okay.
Oh, that's really odd. It didn't let you
This
do that. Okay, I'm sorry. It probably was something from my settings that I didn't do right. Okay, you can leave this part blank. Just create the user.
Your admin rights.
It's fine. No. It's fine. It's that was my mistake. So the admin rights thing is my mistake.
Oh.
Fantastic. You did your first one. Actually, before you move on to the second ticket, can you do me a favor and tell me what you would ever use user templates for?
Say that again?
See user templates up next to the add button?
Mm-hmm.
What would you use that for?
Can I take a look real quick?
Yeah.
Template. Templates.
Well, if you're gonna read it, that's not
sorry.
fair.
That's true. Okay. I guess it's probably from configuration wise, setting it up. I'm guessing you don't have to keep on typing, or I guess for maybe users in the same group, if they're going to be in the same group, you don't want to retype the information on what group they're going to be in. This template is going to be like, okay, yeah, it's going to be with this group.
Okay. Can you go ahead and Diaz, do you have any questions so far? Can you go ahead and do the ticket before that one? The check health.
This one? Okay.
Yeah. Could you read it, please? Sorry, I can't see that small.
All right. Check MS365 health. There seems to be an issue with MS365. Could you check if everything is working normally? Thanks. Okay. So.
You can close out the ticketing system if you want, by the way. That's the only ticket you have in there.
Let's see now.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Can you give me a second?
Mm-hmm.
Diaz, can you ask an interpersonal question while I fix something?
So what do you believe your strengths are in a technical sense and both as in a social sense? What are your strengths?
I'm comfortable of creating a user account, but I need to brush up more, study more on ports numbers for networking.
How about socially? Do you have any social skills, any soft skills that you're really strong with?
I came from a background of customer service. Where it's like
Is that
front
how you would
facing
answer
with
it
the
in an
customer.
interview? Because
No.
remember, you're in an interview right now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No. I've demonstrated a solid um, customer service where day to day I've faced a front face service in answering customers' inquiries, questions, and I would make sure to to make sure they're satisfied.
How
Okay.
about any weaknesses?
Interviews. Now,
Oh, when you say that,
it just seems.
Again, try to answer seriously. I know that we're your friends, like especially like you guys and I were really close to. But like think about it like we're doing this because you have interviews. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's my
Hey,
weaknesses with.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Hey, this is Jaime. Hey, Nick, can you give an example of how you're using customer service skills on your current job and or in the past? I've heard you say that you're listening, asking questions. That's fine, but
Mhm.
let me hear a story. You're
Okay.
gonna find yourself and sound much more confident and natural speaking than just throwing out general words. Give me a story. Go.
Okay. So, as a field technician, I would receive emails or service ticketing trouble calls because one of my clients had a trouble with the workstation of not getting internet connection, and it was due to high volume traffic with customers because this is for a retail. So as I make my way into the store, I ask for the store manager or the manager on duty. I would speak with the manager, but first I would introduce myself and identify myself, where, which company, and so just make an introduction. And I will let them know, go over that I have a work order, and ask them just to verify what their issue is and to acknowledge their troubles. And I would thoroughly listen to them. And they'll say like, "Oh, this computer isn't working. It needs to work like before, as in yesterday." Um, so after getting down to details, once they're done speaking, I would bring up the key points to make sure that I've acknowledged them and that I've feel their frustrations, because I know it's very hard when trying to get to work. And I would also let them know how long would the repairman take, and to never I will overshoot how long the uh, the repairman will take, and I'll get to working. But as I'm working, I'm updating along the way to making sure they're up to date of what I'm doing. Pretty much putting them on the same page. And after I'm done, I'll have them test out their workstation and just spend 15 minutes extra, just make sure everything is working fine. And they would tell me like, "Oh yeah, it's working, it's great." I'll let them know. I'll ask them if they have any other questions, and if they don't, I will let them know. I'll do a follow-up call within the next couple of days. So fast forward with those couple of days, I'll call them and ask them. They'll tell me, "Yeah, it's fine, it's working." Like, no, I did a good job for them. And next thing is, whenever there's other troubles, I'll go back, and they trust me. So I would build a bond with them, like a trusting bond, and they will feel comfortable where they could just call me and know like the repairs will be done.
That's good.
That's good, yeah. Can you do me a favor and hit refresh on that screen?
Sure.
Can you log out and log back in?
Yeah.
Sorry, it should have updated by now.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, we can just, it should work though. What? I don't understand. Kevtech, I know you have a question. Let me try to fix this. Do you know how to do it? Do you know where you would go to check this? You don't have to tell me like exactly what the steps would be, but do you know like what area you would go to check this kind of ticket?
For me or?
Yeah, you.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Because it's not on this. It's not on the screen. I don't know why it's not on the screen because I gave you full rights, but whatever.
Oh.
Not working.
Can
you like remember off the top of your head?
I'm trying to see what is.
If you can't, that's okay. Issue. It's not on your screen right now.
Oh, I'm trying to see what's the actual issue.
So here, let me show you my screen. Could you stop sharing, please?
Yeah.
She was asking, how would you check the health of Azure? I believe it was.
Not Azure. It was. There's something wrong with Microsoft. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know when you can see it. Okay. Can you see my screen?
It's a little pixelated.
Listen, I'm streaming from a potato. What?
Yeah, your screen's all like
it's blurry.
It's blurry.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very blurry.
You got the internet problems again going on.
Oh gosh. Let me try something. If it doesn't work, it is what it is. I don't know why is my camera okay or is it also bad? Am I streaming from a potato?
Good. Camera's good.
Camera's good today.
I'm not streaming from a potato. Okay, very good. How's that?
Still blurry.
Still blurry.
That's really odd. Here. Oh, you know what? It's this thing. How's it now?
There we go. It's good.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. It was a setting. All right. Can you so this was your ticket, right? The ticket says there seems to be an issue with MS 365. Could you check if everything's working normally? Thanks. So can you tell me where you would go? I didn't hear you. I
would actually have to just click around, but on top of my head, no.
Okay. What do you think? Do you want to like take a stab at it, or do you want a lifeline?
Let me poke around really quick.
All right. You want to request access or whatever it is?
Sorry?
Can you request to take over my screen?
Yeah, how?
On Zoom, go to the top where it says View Options, and it should say Request Remote Control.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we won't spend too much time on this, but go ahead.
Okay.
So do you see that there's an issue here or an advisory?
Some explain those delays. Some delays for Microsoft Teams.
Yep. Can you open it and tell me what the advisory is? Can you see it? Sorry, I might have to move this thing. Hold on.
Yeah, please.
1 second.
Sure.
Stop controlling my mouse, Nick.
Not anymore.
Okay, there you go. Can you see it?
Yeah, see its top part. So some
You can't see it?
I only see because your guys' screen. Okay, there you go.
It's fine.
Okay, so notice delays Microsoft Teams where it says October.
If you can't see the header, it's fine.
Yeah.
Or the title.
So there's delay for Microsoft Teams since October 13.
Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it was not that detailed. It was not that complicated. All right, let's stop sharing. And then, Kevtek, I know you had a question. We're going to go back to that exam too, by the way.
Oh.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Can you tell me something unique about you and why I should hire you?
Well, I'm eager to learn new things and overcome new challenges. I'm a fast learner. I'm resourceful as well, and I work efficiently. Sorry, guys. Lost my train of thought right there.
Remember, breathe in, breathe out.
You have anything else you want to say, or?
No.
All right. Do you want to go back to? Sorry, Kevin. Do you have another question?
Yeah. Can you tell me on top of your head? Can you tell me 5 CMD commands that are different? 5 different CMD commands that you could run on a computer.
Commands. IP config /all.
Okay.
And ping.
Oh, IP config /all and which one? Which one?
Huh?
You said IP config /all. You said okay. And
yeah.
then you said ping.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Yeah, ping. And the IP config /DNS.
Okay, I guess we'll go with that 3. Okay.
Net user.
Okay, 4.
And with trace route can count because I feel like that's kind of like ping.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
trace
so there's just 5 commands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
One last question. One more.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how do you check a user account's password expiration on CMD? What command would you type to check someone's account when it expires using CMD? What's the command for that?
Net user.
What else?
That's all I could give you right there.
So what would it be?
Anyone want to help?
Want
to jump on?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, can I get a lifeline?
So this command allows you to check the expiration on someone's account when it expires and everything. What's the CMD command for that? And it checks the groups that they're part of and everything. Anyone?
Is that? Sorry.
I actually had to use that today. Go ahead.
I could volunteer to give an answer, but it may not be correct. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say GP result, and then you'd say it to tell the user. I know there's usually that indicates like what kind of privileges it has, but there may be some flags that may indicate if their password is expiring. I'm not sure if that's correct, but that's what I think.
Looking for another command. Different command. Looking. It's a good try though. It's a good try, but looking for another command. Anyone else want to help him? Anyone?
Is it the one with the domain, the slash domain?
Yeah, we went over it. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
What is it? So what is the command?
I think it's.
I think there's actually more than one way though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more than one way. I just
We're
want
not
that
going
one.
to talk about
Is
all
it-
the ways, just that one.
Is FQDN part of it?
Fully qualified
No, it's
domain.
I think net user slash domain.
So net user, and then the account name,
The account name /
and
domain.
then
Yep.
slash domain.
Yep. Just that's the one I wanted. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's go back to the test that we were doing.
Sure. Let me... This one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. If you want to find the number of routers between a source and a destination, the utility to be used is blank. ipconfig, ifconfig, or traceroute. And Nick picked traceroute.
I picked traceroute because for IP config, it just it basically tells you about your device, like your name, your IP address, the gateway, your DNS, and it's the same thing for ifconfig, which I believe it's being used for Linux and Mac. And
Is it used for Mac? Okay. Okay.
Anything Unix.
So type the port number for
Yeah.
HTTP.
Okay. This one, I can't call it for a lifeline, right?
You can.
It's UDP 53.
You, sir, need to jump on and be on the next. He's like in the chat, like, I want to answer these questions so badly. You need to be. I nominate you for the next. I think you just put in the number.
Yeah. Go back and put in the number.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wrong. Yes, put in the number.
Go previous, yeah.
Because he gave you toward TCP.
I nominate you next for hot seat.
Do you,
Okay.
do you have access to this machine, Nick? Is he on this machine?
Yes.
Okay. Show me the DNS server of this machine that's connected to the network right now.
Okay.
You don't need to minimize. You can just use the same. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then you have DNS server.
All right, cool. And you also mentioned before that DHCP, you went over some of the DHCP stuff I was hearing. Where would be the DHCP server?
It would be no, it's not this one.
Take your time. There's no rush.
Let's go properties. No, it's in it.
Ah. So it's auto. So how do you find DHCP server?
Oh, for the server, right here.
All right. You rushed in, right?
He's
Okay.
in November.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
Yeah.
All right. Rule number 1: always listen and just wait for a few seconds, and then go ahead and try it. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that's good. And another thing that you tried in this test, you did an RDP. You gave the right port. How do you go and open RDP to just log into another computer? How do you do that? Show that to us.
Can I show it to you? Okay.
Mhm.
From right here.
Okay, you're gonna put it right here. So if somebody call you that I'm having an issue, I'm RDP into this machine, but I want to print from my local printer that is on the work. How do you do that?
And on a local. Sorry, could you repeat that question again?
So let's say somebody is working from home, but they have a printer in the office. They want to connect to that printer in the office. How do you connect to your local printer?
I believe they would have to go to their workstation or onto a server by inputting IP address in here, and they have to connect.
All right.
And then what's in from there?
What's in the show options?
So,
can you do?
Yeah.
Can you do it? Can you already pick some settings from there? Can you do some stuff from here, like local printer or anything like that, or dual monitors? You can do it, right? On the bottom. All right, that's good. That's good. Just wanted to show people that, you know, RDP is not just a port settings. People will just give you a machine and they'll ask you the same questions that I just asked, either virtually or they'll just practically make you do it.
Can I ask one more thing about remote desktop connection? Where would you go to turn on the service for that?
Can I show it to you?
Sure.
Okay. Where's the settings? Let me see.
Okay, that just enables the port, but I want you to actually turn on the service. So if that service was disabled and I couldn't get to my machine for some reason, somehow that service got turned off, how would you go about going down to that user's machine, getting on that, turning on that service so the user could actually log in to the system?
Okay.
That's just the port.
Would that be?
All you do is open up the port. What you did there.
Would that be under freaking registry? Or, let's see.
No, that's too deep.
Okay.
It's okay. If you want to, so the thing is, we don't want to spend too much time on these.
Yeah.
If you can't find it, either ask for a lifeline or we can move on.
Haifa, help him out with that.
No, Haifa is testing.
Lifeline?
Help. You should go to services and then find remote services and enable it. And then one more thing you have to do is add the user into remote. Give him access to remote users, I believe, going into local groups and users. That's one more step you have to do.
So in this services right here. And then you mentioned something about a group. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you have to do that after you're done with this. Make sure you enable the service first. Once that is done, you have to go into computer components and then go into local groups and users, then go into groups and
So Stephen, is the firewall normally a problem here when you're trying to remote, when you're trying to connect to a remote system?
Sometimes when you configure that port, you're just opening up the port 3389 in where, well, he's not there, but in the manage area there. Right. That just opens up the port so you can at least get to it. But you need to add a user also in the remote users group as well.
Okay, that's what I was just wondering. I was just wondering, like in a workplace environment, is this normally a problem? I mean, is the firewall normally a problem by default?
No, let me explain. No, firewall, when you turn on, the main thing is that by default, the computer does not allow you to do the remote RDP settings. And so you go to the properties and you turn it on from there. By default, the firewall is not disabling RDP connections to stop you from doing this. It is on by default. So
Okay.
the only option that you're just checking in is that when you go to the computer, as you did the first time, you need to make sure you turn that on. By default, the Windows will disable that. It will not allow you to connect to other machines.
So it's like similar, probably going all the way back to XP then. I just wasn't sure if Windows 10 or...
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think with any Windows version, it's by default turned off. So then that option is turned off from like the settings, not the firewall. So
Okay.
you can just go in there, check it on, and then people can then log into these systems.
That's also a little scary, but yeah, whatever.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm gonna have to bring it back to Nick. We can discuss this later on Discord or a different live stream, because we've gotten comments before about these videos kind of drifting into like discussions, and I don't think it's the right place to do that. So sorry, Danish, I know it's your channel, but
Oh yeah,
you're admin is setting you.
I'm not the admin here. Sorry, guys. Let's go back to the quiz. I think.
Let's go back to the quiz, please, Nick.
All right.
So, Nick, if you're trying to add a user to a remote users, just right-click on the Windows symbol on the bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
Click on computer management. Click on local users and groups. And then click on remote desktop users. Right-click on remote desktop users, properties. Click on add. Write the username, and he's done.
Oh.
And by the way, that's an issue you're gonna get every day if you do help desk. Just letting you know.
Gotcha. Thanks.
And by the way, I learned that from Kevin from his videos on YouTube. Make sure you watch them.
Yeah.
All right, open up that quiz.
Okay. Type support number SMTP.
Thing is, I don't remember a lot of these port numbers.
Okay.
I don't want to keep calling. I don't want to keep calling a lifeline for this.
I'm gonna limit your lifelines.
You say you do networking though on your resume.
Can I help?
Sure.
It's port 25.
Okay. The port number for HTTPS. No more helping with port numbers. Helpline.
Okay.
No.
I was like, I just want to say it.
No, hold on. This is gonna make you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, grilling time will start when this thing is ended. So 8080, you can fine. Go ahead. Next.
All right.
Port number for SSH. And what is SSH? You don't have to tell me what it does. You just have to tell me what its name is.
It's secure shell.
Okay.
Probably how old you are.
You stop it. And no, he's not. It's not that. He said 45.
That's a 3. I don't know. Oh man.
You should know what this one is. There you go.
Okay, DNS, I'm so sorry. DNS stands for Domain Name System, Dynamic Name System, Domain Network System.
Domain name system.
Okay. Windows is an blank created by Microsoft. Options are operating system, computer, Linux, browser.
An operating system.
The main workspace of a Windows computer is called the blank. Options are taskbar, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Workspace, desktop.
It's gonna be desktop.
The icon in this image is most likely a blank, shortcut, file, folder, Word document.
Folder.
True or false? When you move a small file to the recycling bin, it will immediately delete from your computer.
False.
Why?
It just stays in the recycling bin unless you delete it permanently.
Okay.
Or empty the bin. You can only have one user account on a Windows computer.
If true or false, you can only have one user account on a Windows computer.
False.
Okay. Is this computer a part of a domain or a work group? I think, if I'm not mistaken, you should be able to make that bigger.
Yeah, you can click on it.
Domain.
This is a blank of Windows 10. The options are Event Manager, Control Panel, Local Group Policy, Computer Management. Go ahead and you can.
Control Panel.
Okay. Point at the correct areas on the image. Drag a hotspot marker to change its position. What option can be used to open CMD or other applications? I'm giving you 2 more helplines because you're at 27 out of 30. Actually, no, you get 1 more helpline. 1 more helpline. Use it wisely.
How about, can I poke around?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
That's a helpline. Sorry, Nick, I have to tighten though.
That's all right. I want to save my lifeline, so.
Can you have a lifeline or no?
Nope. He has 1 more lifeline, and I don't think he wants to use it for this.
No.
Ooh, we bypassed it.
Correct.
Okay. Point at the correct areas on the image. Drag a hotspot marker to change its position. What option can you use to check system error logs? Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. Wait, I'm hearing feedback.
Is that for me?
No, I think it was for me actually by accident. Sorry. So yeah, what option can, sorry about that, everyone. What option can be used to check system error logs? What did you choose?
Event viewer.
Okay, go ahead. Point at the correct areas on the image. User is having issues with remote connection and needs to be added to blank.
You just did this.
No helping. No.
Oh, what?
Danish.
Can't remove. Okay. So,
If an application, wait, is this the next one or the one before it?
this is the next one.
If an application is frozen or not responding, what option can we use to close the specific application?
Task manager.
New security patch is available and you need to install the patch. Click on the right option to perform this action.
Lifeline.
You will
Yeah,
click
that's
on
fine.
Windows Update.
Thank you.
Okay, if you click on Windows Update, you install the KB. How do you roll back? How do you remove a KB? How do you remove an update?
You have to hit submit all, Nick. On the left side. Next to clear. No. Not clear. Submit all.
Danish,
Wait,
are
if
you
that's
asking me?
what
No,
you chose.
I'm asking a practical. Show us quickly. How do you remove an update?
Okay, he's on.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
So-
we hear you.
Nick,
So
how do you
He's
remove an
asking
update?
Nick.
Oh, okay.
So we
Remove
just
an update.
installed an update. Update messed the operating system.
Mhm.
They're calling you. Can you remove KB1 blah 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 from this machine to fix it? How do you do that?
I would go through backup.
Hold on. So you're gonna remove you're gonna go back to what backup? What do you
Oh,
have?
no.
You got
Actually,
an image.
mhm.
You're gonna go back to the whole image. So what if the image is 30 days old and you have brand new stuff installed on this image? You don't have a 30 days worth of information. You're gonna go back 30 days.
No.
So what can you do to remove an update? What do you do when you install an application? What do you do with it if it's bad?
I would go to control panel, or I would type in like uninstall, removing software, and right click modify
Got it.
or repair.
So then how do you remove update?
Can you show us?
Can I do that?
Yep.
Go ahead and minimize it.
Okay.
I want to learn.
Let's try this first. Uninstall updates.
All right, good job. So, well, it took you a few seconds to search and then figure it out by just watching the screen, but you didn't know this by just saying that, okay, you can go to the
No.
update history, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Do me a favor and hit submit all on the left side. Let's see how you did. We still have a few more questions for you. So I can't see that. I don't know why it's blurry for me.
Says you did not pass. That's fine.
The core. But you did do well on the Windows 10 basic knowledge. Maybe we can go back and discuss, because Danish, it doesn't show you the right and wrong answers, right?
Yeah, I think I probably got the email for that because I set the email for. So
do you want to send it to me, or do you want to go
Sure.
over it? Or maybe we'll go over it in another video, not this one, because still we need to ask
Yeah,
a few
I think
more.
we can ask him whatever, a few more questions, and then I think we can just wrap it up then.
Okay.
Don't you guys think we got a good enough information so far?
Yeah, I just I know Diaz has a few questions about that are on his resume.
Did Kevtek has his tough question he was about to ask?
Did you ask your tough questions yet, Kevtek?
Yeah, Kevtek, you got to ask those. All right.
You can stop sharing your screen, Nick.
All right.
Diaz, do you want to?
Oh, yeah. So I just wanted to ask you about this most recent role you have here on your resume. I see here that you. Hold on, let me just share it. I see here that you were part of this DMV IT Solutions. Can you tell me a little bit about what that is and what you did there?
Can you zoom in just a tiny bit, Kev? Sorry. I mean, Diaz.
So, I'm part of this internship program where we have tasks to do. And so we take turns doing tasks, and also we'll be helpers. So as where it says, oversee virtual IT labs for students. So there'll be like a helper account for the ones that have already done the task, and we can help out the students as well. And mostly all these tasks right here, how I will make virtual machines through Hyper-V, which one of the courses we went through was with Windows Server and VMware and VirtualBox. I'll definitely coordinate with the IT director, seeing what's the next task, what's the next role, what's pretty much being up to date. And SpiceWorks is what we practice on for ticketing and distributing research projects. That's part of the task as well, like making documents. And as those the last 3 bullets were from courses.
So can you give me like an example of something that you've done? Maybe something that was very difficult or challenging that maybe you had to overcome?
Yeah. Pretty much from migrating user settings that took me some time. Had to use other workstations and servers just to migrate the image.
Can I ask a question with that, please?
Sure.
With the user state, if you didn't have access to the user state migration tool, how would you transfer a user's profile over? Let's say my laptop broke or it was damaged, and I wanted my user profile transferred over to my new laptop without using the user state migration tool. How would you go about doing that for me manually instead of the actual tool?
Because I would do a recovery on external hard drive.
Could you show me like where you would look on your computer, like how you would transfer over my user profile, like my documents, desktop, stuff like that, downloads?
I would go through a recovery once you open the laptop.
So you never done like a user profile transfer just manually. You've done it all with a user state migration tool. Is that correct?
No.
Then can you show me how like you would do that manually? If I would give you access to do that?
I can't.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So can
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No. I was going to say, I think you have the last question, and then, I'm sorry, you have a question, and if KevTech doesn't have anything to add and Danish doesn't have anything to add, I think we'll wrap it up after this last question from Diaz.
No, I was just going to ask about these roles. So you mentioned that you didn't do much with hands-on. So what was the main focus of the roles, and how do you think these roles can help you in a job such as this one?
These my field technician role. I go out and physically do a survey. Basically, what the customer vendors say if they extending the workspace. So they'll, as a contractor, I would provide the labor work and give them the connectivity, like just cabling, giving them cables.
All right.
They focus more on the media cabling side.
Since we're treating this like a real interview, do you have any questions for us?
No. I don't have any questions.
Would you ask in a real interview, would you ask any questions at the end? I'm sure you're beat by now, so it's okay.
So if you don't have any questions, let's go over review from each pro right here, or anyone who wants to give it a comment.
Please.
So let's start with Kevin Diaz. What do you think? Is he level 1? Is he ready for level 1 job from all this today? What he did today? What do you think?
I'm gonna say level 1, yeah, but obviously he needs to brush up on some things, just some other skills and some knowledge.
Steven, what do you think?
I agree with Mr. Kevin. Level 1, definitely not level 2. Even the profile thing, you need to know that because you will do that every single day in this IT career. The profiles are very, very important to users. If you lose them,
I really like when you ask him that question. That was a reason why, because you pointed something in your resume that impressed people, right? Those state migrations, WDS, this is for impressing people, but that's not just to impress people, right? You need to learn that, but people are going to target the most basic form of that advanced thing that you have put on your resume just to test it very quickly, that do you know the basics, because you put something advanced in there. Because if I would have asked you what is WDS, and then if I ask you, do you know how to just do a manual backup or images, if you didn't know what that is, what's the point of WDS, right? So exactly like that, if you put something like that advanced on your resume, Azure, Office 365, these are not that advanced. It's just that if you put it out there, and if someone's gonna ask you, okay, do you know how to add a user in the Active Directory? But do you explain me the process of adding a user in the local computer? But if somebody don't give an answer on that, then of course that's gonna be a bad thing.
Is that part of the help desk role? What the WDS?
No, WDS is not a part of the help desk role. You're just putting it out there that, okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
There are certain things that implementation is not a help desk role, but actually going out there and working on that system is a help desk role. So SCCM, installing SCCM is not a help desk job, but you working on an SCCM to deploy software sometimes, to remote into machines is always a help desk role. Not deploying software is not so much, but remoting into the machines is 100% help desk role. And that's why people ask me left and right that, Danish, I need to learn about SCCM, because every interview that I go there and I'm a help desk level 1, I never even touch SCCM. And what are they talking about? This is such advanced things. Why are they asking us for SCCM? The reason they want to ask for SCCM is not just one system for one person. It's for everybody, right? Just like Active Directory, who implement Active Directory, who install Active Directory, who? Sysadmin. But who works with Active Directory? Who add users? You, help desk, right? So just like that, you need to know the basics. And I'm gonna come back to my review because you are doing internship with me So of
Yeah,
course I'm going to be harsh
definitely.
at the end. But go ahead, Haifa, what do you think?
So since they commented on the technical part, I'm going to comment on the soft skills. I know you personally, and I know what it feels like to be in the hot seat, and I know how anxious and nervous one can get when being in the hot seat. But I wish you put more of your personality, because I know you. I wish you put more of your personality into your answers. I wish you kind of explained. I forgot who it was, but it might have been John who jumped on and told you to give a story.
Right.
When you're talking to somebody, you want to captivate them with what you're saying. You don't want like long pauses and like to drag it out too long. You want short elevator pitches that are going to keep them interested in what you're saying. Sorry, it might have been Jamie. I'm so sorry. I can't remember who it was that jumped on. So I apologize for that. But however, like I know you personally, and you're my good friend. So I know how much personality you can put into it, and I feel like you didn't do that at all. So usually, from my understanding, and this is not true for every company, but usually if you can show them that you have personality, they'll be willing to train you because it's a level 1 job. They're not expecting you to be like genius, fix everything in the world, right? They're expecting you're the first line of communication with clients. So you have to give them the image, and it's true about you, that you can make a client feel comfortable. And you do that by your soft skills, by your storytelling, the way you speak. That's how you do that. So that is my comments about. And then I agree with Kevin Diaz and Stephen and Danish about what they said in terms of technical skills. I know you. Again, I know how nerve-wracking it could be to be in that seat. And like, when I was in that seat, they were asking me the silliest, the easiest questions, and I was just like, I don't know how to computer. Like, I get it. Right?
I'm like deer in the headlights right now.
Yeah, so everybody in like the chat and whatever, like it looks easy to be in that seat, but I promise you it's not. You have so many eyes watching you. So for the pressure, I think you did a good job. But I know that your skills are better than how you performed today. Like I know because I've done.
Can I come back again? Another round?
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Guys.
People came back 2-3 times. So I would highly recommend you come back. It's going to get even more advanced.
I really appreciate this stuff.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Before other Kevin goes, I'd just like to add to what Haifa said. Just add a little bit more energy, because when you were kind of telling the stories, I'm not gonna lie, it got a little bit boring because you're going a little bit longer. So just try not to keep it short, keep it concise, and just stay energetic, stay normal, like you're having a normal conversation, because it's what you're having. It's an interview, but you're still having a conversation. Never forget that.
Final job letter was we don't decide. It's KevTech, the boss. He has to do the job.
Hey Kev, I'm sorry, don't give me any printers, Kev.
You know what? Wait, hold on. I don't even think this was a proper interview because he was not asked about printers. How dare I forget?
Never mind.
Nick,
I'm out.
Nick, whatever I tell you, Nick, don't take it too personal, and don't get offended. Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
All right. First thing I need you to do is I need you to stop being nervous. Level 1, I'm gonna give you you're level 1, but I need you to work on stop being nervous.
Okay.
Second thing is I need you to work on talking with people on job interviews. This is an interview. You know me, you know everyone here. I need you to take this interview seriously, not being joking around or saying giving me like an answer that it's not like, oh, I think it's this or I think it's that. I need you to be more critical with your answers, and like you're sure of the answer, like you really know what you're talking about, and you have confidence in your answer. Like what Kevin said, it sounded like you didn't care about being in the interview. You didn't care about being in the building or in that office if you were to have a job interview with someone like a manager or something like that. So And I'm not again, I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just saying like the
Yeah,
way
no.
you presented
Yes,
yourself is like you didn't care about the job interview. So
This
I need
whole
you to get
hot,
more.
this whole hot seat is
I
attacked.
need to take it more serious.
No, I hear you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so that's the first thing. The other thing is I need you to work on your fundamental skills with Windows operating systems. You struggle really bad with that. Like I cannot see that. Like you struggle with that. You want to ask you about the command line, you struggle with that as well. So you have to work on those, like the Windows 10 operating system. You need to work on that.
All right.
Also, I need you to work on your soft skills. Your soft skills are a little like you broke down a little bit. You didn't know what to say when I asked you some of the questions. So I need you to work on that. Other than that, level 1, definitely you can get level 1. You just have to work on your skills. You definitely, I know you because I worked with you before. I worked one-on-one with you, and you know how to do it. It's just now it's just actually doing it. You got to show everyone that you know how to actually do it and present it to the interviewer. But whenever we do these hot seats, I need you to take it seriously, like not a joke. Like I need you to take it like as if you're going to a real job interview. And that's it. That's it for me.
That's the whole point of hot seat. Like to prepare people for interviews. Like we said, we know Nick is like really close friends with me. Like we talk daily, right?
There's no close friends in hot seat.
So nice. There's no close friends in hot seat, but like I know he has the personality to put into it.
If I could we let Bonnie, just because Bonnie's kind of like a newer, but I would like to see what she thought about
anyone. I think anyone out of us, anyone, please come on the mic.
I'm ready for my crucifixion, guys. Come on, let's go.
Before I hand it over, for everybody in the chat who's asking how to become a part of the hot seat or how to volunteer to be contestant, I don't know what you want to call it. Okay, I call it contestant. That's what's coming up with me. I'm going to show you that. Whatever, man, it's fun. I'm going to show you that at the end of the comments that we're going to hear. I'm going to show you like how to get on the Discord, share the links with you, and then show you exactly where you would click. Go ahead, Bonnie. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank Stephen for putting me on the spot. Appreciate that. But during the interview that I just had, that I was hired for, I was asked a lot about previous experience when it came to interacting with my coworkers. That seemed to be a focus that they had. They asked me for examples of times that I didn't agree with something a coworker had done and how did I handle that. It was very much like a personal, they were looking for something within my personality. Now that I'm doing the job, I'm realizing that like none of the stuff that was covered tonight in the testing is relevant to my particular job. And that's all the stuff that I've been studying. I've been studying for my A+ and, and all that. So I feel like the interpersonal stuff and the soft skills were the most important in my job interview. I had no idea what to expect from the interview, except that I had watched all of KevTech's videos. And I actually, on my laptop screen, I had sticky notes all around with points, talking points, certain keywords and things like that I could just glance at to set my mind right when I was doing the interview so that I didn't ramble and I didn't get off track. Right. So I had like strengths and I had a couple things there, weaknesses, I had a couple things there. So I would say just go over those things and practice your answers. Go back in your experience and put some of those experiences in your own word. Think of stories from previous jobs, things that would be relevant, and practice saying them so that when they say to you, tell me about an experience you had with a coworker where you guys didn't get along. Say you saw that coworker doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. Say they were, breaking some kind of rule. How did you handle that? Just go through your work history and have stories on the ready to go ahead and recite for them, because that was something that almost tripped me up.
Gotcha.
So, that's actually a pretty good point. So thank you so much for bringing that up. Yeah. I just want to give some clarity right here that a soft skills interview is what we do in this channel and KevTech channel, we're kind of like, we do that separately from the hot seat. So hot seat is for people who say that, am I even ready for the job? There are a lot of people that will land a job even with knowing somebody, right? So I know this person, I got the job. But then another level of stressful people that come to this platform is that, am I even ready to do my job actually, right? So this hot seat is for that, and that's why it's pretty technical. So the next one that's coming, and that's mostly done by KevTech, and we go into his channel, and sometimes we do it too. Then we only ask behavioral questions, soft skills, and stuff like that. Tell me about yourself. How would you do this with this customer? Blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. So that combination, these two combinations then takes care of what basically, Bonnie, if I pronounce your name correctly, that's what she's saying, to practice on that. Now, here's my take on you, because you're doing internship in JSS right now, right?
Wait, I'm sorry, Danish. I know you want to be the last one. So do you want to give anyone else a chance?
Anybody else? Sorry.
Because I know Jamie said he wanted to say something.
Hello, yes, hey, this is Simon, guys. Can you
Danish,
guys hear
you
me?
saved the best for last.
Right.
That's not
Jamie, go ahead.
What's up, Jamie? How you doing, man?
Hey, thanks. Hey, Kev. Hey, guys. Hey, Steven. Hey, kind of disappointed at the end, my friend. You didn't ask any questions. You gotta ask the questions, man. You got to. You got to. You got to. You gotta ask questions. Ask like this. Hey, how many people are on my team? If you're being interviewed by the team lead or the project manager, at least you know their names. They may tell you, hey, these are how many people are on the team. How many users are we supporting? How many devices are we supporting? How many locations are we supporting? What are you expecting out of me, out of this role? How do I advance myself in this position? How do you promote skills and knowledge and responsibility and leadership within this position? Yeah, man, you got it. You got to ask questions.
So
can I pop in real quick? One thing I asked was, what can I do to, what can I study on my own to become a better candidate for this position? And they rattled off some stuff to study. So that was really, really helpful.
I also wanted to mention that you don't really want to bombard them with too many questions. You definitely 100% you need to ask questions, at least 3. And I think when I was talking to Danish and Kevin, when I was interviewing, and Steven and Diaz, they told me to ask up to 3 questions each interview. So in the beginning, you want to take it light. You don't want to make them feel like you forced yourself onto their team. Like, oh, what has your response been to COVID? How has working remotely changed? You ask them the lighter questions. The deeper you go into, so that's the first interview. Then the second interview, you'll go deeper into like the role and whatnot. But you definitely have to ask questions.
Yeah, and when we say 3, that's not a number that you can say, oh, I'm going to have to do 3. Well, if it's such an energetic interview and you feel like they're connected with you, I think you should ask more questions. Why not? Exactly. So, but you also have to look at the kind of like because remember, you're dealing with a human out there, right? It's a human versus human connection. So you have to see what's the attitude and everything like that. Some people are good, some people are not good with showing things, and some people just want to end their interview, to be honest, because they're tired. They want to go for lunch, right? So you don't want to also push things when you can feel that there's really not a positive thing going on between us, right? That energy. So you also have to kind of look at the situation that you're in the interview. Anybody else wants to go before I?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to hit on something similar to what Jamie and Bonnie said in your interview. And I know what you're saying about the soft skills and all that, but there was soft skill questions asked here. And I would say, look, Nick, man, you seem like a great guy. You really know your way, how to figure stuff out on Windows really well. I mean, if you don't know it, obviously you can figure it out there's a lot of us that can do the same thing, but that's very apparent. Anyways, you have to be sure in your interview. It doesn't matter what the question is. You have to be sure. You can't come off. Look, somebody, I think KevTech already mentioned it. I mean, it looked like it wasn't like you weren't interested, but it was almost like you weren't interested. You have to be sure. So you need to I have a list of 10 questions. You don't need my list, but you need to get your own list or a list, and you need to answer those questions truthfully, and you need to rehearse them in your mind, because like everybody here is saying, the manager's time, the hiring person's time is valuable. You know, I don't really want to go into too depth, but because Bonnie and KevTech and a bunch of other people, but you need to be sure with your questions. And if you don't know, what I would do, maybe somebody else would do different, is you would say, that's a really good question. I'm not really sure, but I guarantee you I could probably figure that out in a minute or two using a search engine or, the knowledge base or, but that's where asking questions of the company comes in handy. You say, hey, do you guys use a ticketing system here? If so, what is it? Do you guys have a knowledge base? Because not all companies have those sort of things, but anyways, I'm just kind of starting to ramble here and getting a little bit redundant.
I appreciate that. That's some gems right there. Thanks.
Anybody else?
Yeah, that was one other thing that I did when I first, started interviewing. I spoke to a lady in HR, and she happened to drop the name of the ticketing system they used. So I got right on YouTube and I took a tutorial. Then when I was in my actual tech interview, when they asked me, have you ever used a ticketing system? I said, well, no, but Amy told me, the name of your ticketing system. So I went on and took a tutorial, and so, I'm pretty familiar with it now. And they were like, wow, you did that? I was like, yes. So I would say, try to get as much information about the company as possible. Research what software they use and try to familiarize yourself as much as you can. With whatever specific ticketing system they use. Maybe that would help. I don't know.
That's great advice, and this is some advice for everyone. Actually, always research the company. Always research the company before you go in. Like Danish knows, as soon as I got an interview with anyone, I was on LinkedIn, searching who the IT director was, what's on their thing. I was going crazy. I was literally researching everything. You have to research.
100%.
And you guys, this one was for, listen, I'm maybe but this one was for literally the first interview. Even the phone screening, I was like, oh, I need to find out everything.
Kevin Diaz was finding out their internal applications. I'm finding out, are they using Connect or they are using Office 365? So now you're ready for the questions.
Literally, I promise that's what was happening.
Here's my take on you, Nick.
Yeah.
Everything is great. Look, in terms of level 1, I think you can get any level 1 position because your flow is you can find things. I've seen you in internship, right? You can find things, you can do things. You follow the WDS lab. You did it in few minutes. Of course, not few minutes, but you did it very quickly, right? So I already know your skill set is there. You don't need that kind of. I don't need to tell you that, okay, you need to learn something basics here and there. Here's the biggest thing that everybody talk to you about. Your flow has a problem. The flow, when somebody asks you a question, you are not confident. Simple as that. That's the simple answer that I can give you. You're not fluent enough to give a proper answer. So every time you answered something soft skills related or anything that you didn't know, you stuttered, you just left, right, you just got confused, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that in this type of jobs because the problem is this. You got too much competition going on. You got too many people. But here's a problem. Other people may be really good with their flow of talking to someone. They may not be technically good, but they will be really good in this area. And that's where you're going to have a problem then.
Right.
So what you already have this technical side. Then you want to at least make this one better. So then you got advantage over other people. Now, some people may say soft skills is everything. But let me tell you, when you go to a company and they want to hire somebody technical, they don't want to just give someone to teach them from scratch, which we've been doing this for years, right? We don't have time to teach someone from scratch again and again and again, right? At some point, our team members are going to say, do not hire someone with no knowledge at all. I want you to hire someone who has knowledge. Yes, there will be 5 more companies that will hire you. We want to promote that too, but we want to also promote to work on your basic skills. Like for example, HTTPS port, you didn't know that. That's something If you don't know that, I mean, you know something, some more advanced stuff, and you did that many times, not just one time. You did like six of them. You got problems with this kind of area. You need to fix those stuff. Like that's just too extreme, basic, right?
Gotcha.
You got to
Yeah.
fix that kind of stuff. But that's not just for you to fix it for interview. Remember, Jobs Can Share is not about just passing the interview. We're talking about stage 1, stage 2, and then getting into the advanced stuff. So stage 2 is what do I tell everybody? My platform is full of people that are already level 1 right now. They came to us. Why? Because they said, I'm so stressful, I really can't do this job. Why can't I do this job? I asked them, what did you do? What did you learn? I just did a plus and I got the job. I know someone, I got the job. So if you want to be less stressful, then you need to concentrate on this fundamentals, fix it, move on, and keep learning. But on the side, if you want to get the job, then work on your soft skills. You got 2 problems going on over here. One, your soft side skills are not good. You need to work on that. You need to watch those 5 or 6 videos we did with Haifa, 15 other people that we did. And and initially, all of you interns are going to be doing soft skills tests now. Right? That's coming to you right now.
I remember that. I was late to the party. I was like, what?
Yeah, you guys are going to be tested by KevTech and all these people with soft skills. And those are the interview questions that we don't, like here we can say, yeah, fine, man. You just went left and right. And I like that. You can do that. Fine. Technically, you will learn things. But those kind of questions, we're not lenient in this area, right? Because like I said, if we're lenient, then you don't get a job quickly. But at the end, I want to summarize this and telling people who are watching us live and they're looking at us, oh my God, I got to learn this stuff. I got to learn that stuff, all that. These people that are sitting over here, they have done a lot of hard work to come over here and do these kind of things. None of this stuff will happen in 2 or 3 days. If you want to be realistic, if you want to be practical, you need to start from the fundamental, and it's going to take you about 2 or 3 months just to get a hold of this thing. Haifa took 3 to 4 months or 5 months or 6 months, I guess. She got the job with no IT background, right? Most of the people did it that way. So I just want to give you a realistic answer and not just make up stuff over here. Please come and take our courses. You're going to have the best time of your life. No, it's going to be hard work. You're going to come over here. You're going to do some practical work. You're going to be in the Discord community. You're going to have failures. You're going to have rejections. People are going to reject you left and right. Those are the things that are going to make you strong.
Gotcha.
That's what I want to talk
about. Okay. So I wanted to thank actually, before I do that, I'm going to share my screen really quickly, and then I'm going to thank everybody, and we will close this out. But I want to show everybody how to become a part of the hot seat if you would like to volunteer or whatever it is, be a contestant. I like that, so we're going to call it that.
And the 2 people who dislike this video, I'm coming after you.
Yeah, I know. We're going to fight. We're going to fight. I'm just kidding. We're not. Okay. So I'll drop, actually, can someone drop the link for the 2 Discord?
The Discord,
so
I can do that.
This is the Job Still Share Discord. This is where, so quite frankly, we hang out in both Discords. This one, the Job Still Share one, and then the KevTech IT support one. You're going to get the same amount of, like, we talk on both of them. You're just going to get.
Can somebody post KevTech channel? Sorry, KevTech link, so I don't forget.
What? Oh yeah, so we hang out in both. You're going to get information in both of them, and it's not the same information. So I suggest you join both. So if you want to become a part of the hot seat, if you want to be in the hot seat next, I want you to join the Discord, and then you're going to have to scroll all the way down to live sessions right here, and then click on hot seat. And this is where you can say, hey, you know what? I want to be next in the hot seat. This is also where Stephen, this is so funny. This is also where you can get the link to be on the Zoom instead of like on the YouTube chat and whatnot. Of course, if you have any questions about Discord in general, you can always message me. This is me right here. We're all here to help. I know you want to be on the hot seat. And then also KevTech's channel is awesome. I have these thingies, but we also do like live sessions. Like sometimes you'll see like 10 of us like sitting on the general in the general voice chat and whatnot. So come join us there. It's pretty cool. lots of fun, really awesome people. And that is what I have to say about Discord. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me privately. I wanted to thank Nick for being here and for doing this. This is not easy.
Yeah, thank you for this.
This is really good practice for anybody. So good job in general, and thank you for doing this. This is awesome. Danish, thank you for allowing Kevin Diaz and I to host.
I want to thank you for doing the hosting. Thank you so much. But I also want to thank you, the new people like Bonnie, William, and so many other people who joined today and gave all these great tips. I really appreciate you guys taking time and coming and joining us. And I hope you guys will join us with other hot seats and soft skills tests too.
Yeah, because I think it's always nice to get different views from all the new people, because you always hear us, but the new people that just entering, we can hear their like stories is really nice too, I think, in all this.
Also, don't forget to subscribe to Kevin's channel, also KevTech's channel. Also, if you are into Linux, then Kevin runs on Duncan. Steven's IT Essentials, he hasn't uploaded in like 17 years.
If anybody wants a Linux war, come join our Discords and start.
Oh yeah, there's a war.
Start with Kevin Diaz, and he will be happy to teach you some Linux.
Hey,
and then sorry, just let me say this, and then I'll and then we do like I don't really call my channel a YouTube channel. It's just like a hangout for like IT stuff, whatever. It is what it is. You're welcome to follow that as well. Go ahead, John.
Oh, I was gonna ask, where's Kobu Man? I haven't seen him.
Oh, he's I think he's been busy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, but he also has a Discord where
yeah, I think they also have a Discord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll share that too.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. So the links are in the YouTube chat. Thank you all for being here. And I think that's all.
All right. So have a good night, everybody. And I'll see you in a different hot seat. And good night. And Nick.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
All righty. All right, guys. Thanks. Thanks again. Thanks for the help, guys. All right.
Hey, this is great. All right. Thank you, guys.